Live from Studio 7E in Rockefeller Center, this is News for New York.
Could there actually be good news on the bedbug front? Fewer violations against landlords? The details might surprise you.
At first glance, New York City's bedbug epidemic seems to have taken an unexpected turn. Violations against landlords have dropped off. Complaints have leveled off. But as Andrew Siff reports, these tenacious little critters may not be down, and they certainly aren't out.
Experts predicted a terrible year for bedbugs, but New York City just delivered surprising news. Violations against landlords dropped from more than 4,800 last year to less than 4,500 this year, a decrease of 8%. Does this mean New York City's winning the battle of the bedbug?
Not at all. We have a modest increase in the problem, and the city's been lucky that the problem wasn't much worse.
So how to explain the drop in violations? Ray Lopez teaches a bedbug class at a community center on East 115th Street.
The bar in terms of when an inspector issues a violation is not consistently applied.
Every 2 weeks, Lopez needs to restock the supply closet full of mattress encasements and bedbug interceptors.
In our neighborhood here in East Harlem, I know that not many people call 311 and call to get HPD to go into their homes because they've had experiences where it hasn't worked.
Other New Yorkers have a defiant approach. They insist even if the neighbors have bedbugs, they can keep away.
I've never had them. I lived in a building once where the entire building had them. I never had them.
How'd you manage to avoid
How did I manage? Like in football, keep them back.
But Glenn Waldorf of Bell Environmental says the nasty pests waited all winter and spring to surge in the summer.
You never know where the next infestation may come from in your office. It could be your colleague, it could be your housekeeper, it could be your neighbor, as the case may be. But eternal vigilance is the best thing that we can do.
And that expert who urges eternal vigilance says your best line of defense is this: if you return home from a place you suspect might have had bed bugs, remove your clothes, put them in a plastic bag, then dry them on high heat for at least 20 minutes. That's a pretty vigilant attitude, but they say it's the most effective.
Or hire the football coach,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
So, Andrew, does the city have an explanation for the drop in violations?
They don't really, because complaints were up, but violations were down. One possibility is perhaps more landlords got the memo and responded more quickly, so by the time inspectors arrived, the violations weren't there. It's possible that awareness has actually helped.
All right, Andrew, thank you very much for causing us all to itch tonight. Sure. Right, Janice?
Yeah, exactly. I was starting to scratch. Turn up the heat. That's what Mother Nature's going to do.